Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Or if you're new here, welcome to another edition of Kingly Conversations, man. And we got another hot one for you. But before we get into all of that, Zoe's got a shout out.
Hey, I want to shout out to everybody out there that's been listening. You know who you are. We appreciate you. Shout out to Brian Bishop, too, man, because he's been listening and he has some topics, man. Looking forward to getting him up here and having a good conversation, man.
All right, so this week, we're going to be talking about, do mature men cheat? Calvin want to talk about, do men cheat? Zoe want to talk about, do mature men cheat? So we're just going to be talking about these cheaters out here in these streets. So strap in. Let the kings talk about it.
Yep.
All right, good people. Welcome back, man, to another edition of Kingly Conversations. And as I am every single week, I'm Alan.
Yeah, what up? It's your boy Twine, a.k.a. Twine Time. Ask me about my podcast. Bah, bah, bah.
It's your friend, your mentor, Calvin D. Hill.
What up, fellas?
Hey, man.
What's going on with you?
Go ahead and get into this, because now I'm ready.
No,
I'm ready.
You know what? I forgot something. I want to give one more shout out before we get started. Orion, if you're listening, we appreciate you, man, because we had a conversation via our group chat, group text messaging, and he came up with this idea. So I want to give. Oh, and Ty as well. Yeah. Hey, shout out to Ty. I haven't met you, but I'm looking forward to seeing you, brother.
You ain't met Ty?
I don't think I've ever met Ty.
She the cause of this whole thing.
Hold on.
She the cause. I'm gonna say it like it is. Yeah. This ain't no. She the cause of the whole
out
thing.
to y'all. I appreciate y'all, man, keeping that good conversation going.
All right.
So the topic is, do mature men cheat? Now, before I even start, Mr. Calvin over here was like, take the mature out. I was like, why?
Take the mature out.
I'm like, why? So I was wondering or pondering the question, do mature men cheat? Because for me, mature men would hold a higher standard, hold a higher morale in nature.
Okay, I can go with you.
That's why I asked that question. Now, I'm asking the question because I don't know. So let's talk about it.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead right off the gate, and I'm going to stick with the same thing I told Ty. The answer is yes.
Okay, so mature men cheat.
Across the board, it don't matter. I'm gonna be the yes guy today.
I don't want you to be the yes.
No, I'm gonna be now. Also, I'm a because like you said, we're gonna do the whole. You got a couple things in here, so we'll wait. I don't want to jump ahead, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and start this. I'm gonna be the yes guy.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right. So my first question is, what defines a mature man? Like let's start there first, and then let's get into if they hypothetically cheat or not. So, to y'all, you two, you both, excuse me, not y'all, what are your thoughts about what defines a mature? Do you consider yourself a mature man? I'll start off and say yes and no. Sorry, I'm that guy.
But see, that's what I'm saying. So
therein lies the problem.
Right. So you can't say yes and no.
Moment to moment.
All right, so if you go, like Alan say, moment to moment, you're specifically talking about this area of relationship. Are you mature?
Now I would say yes. And that particular region, that section.
All right, go.
Yes.
All right. So from there, we're going.
But see, you might say yes. But can we say everybody's going to say yes?
No.
Because here's the thing.
Would Ashley say yes?
Well, that's the question. And would she say yes 24/7?
Oh, she would definitely say no. She would definitely say no.
Exactly.
So right. So that's why I said, okay. So are we going to generalize it and just say men across the board?
In general.
Or we just going to keep it on me and you, us, on our level?
Okay, let's keep it on our level.
All right,
let's make it personal.
Right, so make it personal on our level.
Okay,
good. Go.
All right, so I would say no.
So no then.
No for me. No.
All right, no for me.
So let's get into what defines a mature man, because I don't think there's levels to it, but we'll get into that. So just looking up what some definitions say.
All right, go ahead.
What did some definitions say so we can disagree with them?
right, go ahead.
Let's get into it. All right, so let's see.
What? Okay.
It says men don't mature at any specific age. Nope. A lot of their emotional development is affected by psychological. All right. Some keys of a maturity, are dependability, flexibility, self-awareness, respect for your boundaries, and the ability to remain calm in stressful situations. Would y'all agree or no?
You said dependability.
Yeah.
Okay, I can agree with that one.
All right.
Flexibility. That's what it said on the thing, right?
On the thing, yeah, I guess.
It's a whole bunch of rigid men out here.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Wait a minute. He just took the word. Well, I see what you're doing.
No, but that's what you gave him. You're taking what you gave him.
Taking the individual
taking
word.
what you gave him.
There's a whole bunch of inflexible. I mean, there's a reason why there's a whole lot of people that are my way or the highway type of people. That is not flexibility. That is extremely rigid. That is a no compromise attitude, but it's an attitude that's been taught. What was the next one?
Self-awareness.
Very self-aware.
A whole lot of people ain't.
Very
Heap of people are not self-aware at all.
Evil, non-self-aware demons. I'm just joking.
Go ahead.
Now they could also be self-aware and just be like, "Yep, I know I'm trash. That's cool."
And a lot of people are like that.
Walking Oscar the Grouches out here.
A whole lot of people are like that.
What was the next word in that definition? That definition.
It says respect for your boundaries or respect for other people's boundaries.
Oh, we see that ain't nobody got respect for people's boundaries out here. Some people.
Dance? What is that? What's the
Go,
dance?
I'm letting him finish.
What's the dance?
Go ahead.
I'm letting him finish.
He just finished.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he
Go
did.
ahead. Okay.
Finish.
Respect for boundaries. Do I respect my boundaries? Yeah.
No. Yours and other people's.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
If they got them, yeah. If they got them.
Lie.
I don't know. That
If they got them. No,
correct.
Because if they have them,
Yeah.
I would respect them. That lets me know some people don't have them. They don't have boundaries. So how can you respect something they don't have? Go ahead.
Okay.
We need to define what a boundary is.
But no, see, everybody's boundaries are different, and especially in relationships. And that's why I want to get to further down, because that's going to go right. That's going to go into that, because some people, friendship boundaries.
Not like Mortal Kombat.
Right, but it's talking about relationship. Friendship. Because you're leading up to the cheating part. So my boundaries of what you do may not be classified as cheating to you, which we'll get there.
Okay.
Well, we didn't even got there. We still talking about just a mature man.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. For some mature men, their boundary lines are different.
That's understood.
So for me, I go ahead, Alan, with the rest of it, because we got to get there. I'm trying to wait to get here.
This
go
last
ahead.
one though is the ability to remain calm in a stressful situation. Now that one,
But that's dealing with maturity. I don't think that should qualify in this do mature men cheat part, because what's that got to do with the cheating topic?
I guess if you're put under pressure, like for example, if somebody is extending their boundaries and trying to push up on you,
got you.
How you gonna respond?
Got
type
you,
thing.
Got you.
Are you gonna?
Okay.
Some people gonna arch their back and follow through.
Yeah.
Arch they back. What?
Arch your back and follow through.
Oh, I'm slapping them.
Ooh, hit him with that Serena.
Some people gonna hit him with that Bernie Mac.
Go ahead.
My mistake. All right, let's move on. All right, so that was some of the definitions. I'm pretty sure there's other definitions out there that go into more detail, but as a looking at it broadly, I think that was something that we can talk about to get an idea of what I guess some people may see as mature for a man? I mean, there's a lot of different things out here in these worlds. And
All right, so we got some clear definitions about it.
All right, cool.
So for example, that pressure thing, I like that one. We're gonna deal with that one too. Go ahead.
All right. So my next question was, what would make him not cheat for a mature man?
What make him not cheat?
What will make him not cheat? Let's see.
Treat or cheat.
You said what will make him not cheat?
To me, making his own decision. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's it.
Say it again.
His own decision. What will make him not cheat? I wish you would have put what will make him cheat.
You know what will make him
not cheat?
What will make him not cheat?
What will make him not cheat? His own decision.
Right.
It's nothing more.
Thank you, Calvin, for adding that to the.
What will make him not cheat?
Yeah.
Him. What will make him cheat? Him.
Yeah, him. That's the bottom line. What will make him cheat?
Cheaters gonna cheat.
What will make him not cheat? Him.
Cheaters gonna cheat.
His decision. It is no sugarcoating it. Now, circumstances and conditions could help that along, but still, at the end of the day, it falls on him.
Okay.
Agree or disagree? Now, I wish I would have. Man, we should have brought Kenny up here. Oh my God, we should have brought him for this one because Kenny.
Oh
yeah, I call him KB.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I knew he was talking about.
But he has a perspective that no matter what, it's not natural for men not to. So we're gonna revisit. Yeah, that's why I sent y'all too. Yeah, in which I don't agree with it, but
what is? Let's just roll into it. So what is this?
One of his perspectives is it's not natural for men not to have multiple women. And in which that's his perspective, and I want him to be able to explain and talk about from that point of view. Mm-hmm. I halfway agree. I understand where he's coming from when he talking about nature and natural and having testosterone. I don't agree with it because again, my thing
animals?
is,
what you mean?
That's what he like. That's what he like to say. But my thing is, again, it's choice. You don't have to. But it's your choice.
Gotcha. So what separates us from animals?
Here's the problem. Well, the only thing that separates us from animals is sentience. That's really it. Sentience meaning we know that we exist and we know other things exist and we can find out why. We don't, outside of that, nothing until you start getting into the religious discussion. Nothing in terms of biologically, nothing separates us from the animal kingdom. But the problem I have with that argument is then there's a whole heap of people. If it's survival of the fittest, all of us that wear glasses, dead. You got this ailment, dead. You're not passing on that. That gene pool ain't getting passed on. If you did. So you're gonna have all this testosterone, and guess what? You are not gonna be the fittest. Goodbye. You're gonna get into a fight. You can't see none of the punches coming.
Right.
You can be out here like, oh, I can't even see who it is. You're right. Now you're dead and your meat lumped up.
All right.
I'm just listening to this.
But we should talk about that because if we're gonna go what's natural.
But that's his perspective. I don't agree. I don't agree with it. I'm just saying.
Well, here's the other thing. There are far more women on the planet than men.
True.
Because the natural evolution of things is, for most animals, that there are more female born than male born. Mm-hmm. Because men ain't making it to adulthood because they got to fight their way there. In every other animal kingdom, you got to primp, preen, dance, or fight to get your mate. He is just like, look at my car. Right. Look at my house. Right. I'm better than them.
All right.
Put your shades on. I'm so bright.
My name is Andrew Tate.
Anyway, what will make a man cheat? Again, I think, all right, so conditions. To me, in my mind.
The environment? Or just
circumstances and conditions. Okay. I think, like a perfect storm. And I'm not saying all men. I'm just saying they help. Again, conditions help him not cheat. It's all, end of the day, bottom line, it's his choice. Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm trying to be the devil's advocate, if you say. So let's say whatever you're not getting in your relationship, that's what you would be looking for in a different relationship.
I'm glad you said that.
That's what I would say. So to help this topic of mature men, cheat. Whatever you're not getting in a relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you're not getting sex, because that's what most people want to define as cheating, because I say it goes way beyond that.
It does.
Sex. You're not getting sex constantly. Some people go years, months. I'm like, that hurts my head. That bothers me a lot.
Come back, Calvin. Come back, Calvin.
Hey, I'm being real, man. I'm like that.
So
I'm like that because
I got
that
you.
makes me that don't work. That don't work. Going months. I understand like medical conditions. I understand. Something happens.
Do you?
I understand. Yeah, I understand. Haven't been there. Haven't experienced it, but I get it.
Okay.
I get it. So. Right.
So you mentioned
But I'm
something.
saying, okay, go ahead.
You mentioned something as far as levels. There's different ways of cheating versus just physical. Because you have some that don't get that emotional thing that some men need. That's met.
Right.
That they get it from others, other genders, if you will, the opposite sex. And then they start down. It declines. Well, I don't want to say it declines,
but see, and that's what I'm saying. It don't have to be what you're not getting from your relationship.
Yeah,
You'll
find it somewhere else.
Right, you'll find it somewhere else. And just because it's not the opposite, it's not the opposite sex, don't mean the same thing. Because okay, you can be gay. Come on, man, stop playing. You could be gay and getting cheeks other ways nowadays. So that you can't just say a man cheating with a woman.
Okay, so now we just open it up to men.
Right,
and
because you
men.
have to look at it for what it is.
I'll tell you what.
Go from there.
I'll tell you what. This is why I put down, you got the wrong one, baby.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because you got into a relationship not knowing all the information needed for y'all to be together as one. So now, like you said, you're not getting the physical. You're not getting the emotional. So now you stuck with somebody. I'll say this.
Okay.
You stuck with somebody that you're not compatible with. That's somebody that's not on the same level, the sexual drive as you, or the financial, or the drive. They don't match anything. So now, as a mature man, or just as a man in general, you're seeking outside because you don't have the connection that you thought you would have.
Okay, so
unequally yoked. I'll give it to you.
Well, I would also say people change over time.
But see, that's
because you said you come in with not all the information. You could have came in
Yes.
with all the information.
Yes.
And then
People change.
because if people don't grow together,
They grow apart.
so if people are changing over time, and y'all are changing in different directions, which really shouldn't happen, but you know, it happens.
no. But I again.
And then also, I mean, things happen biologically as well.
True.
I think with relationships, you learn to adjust through the relationship,
But that's
because it's not going to be the same all the time.
You might learn to adjust, unless you're just gonna cheat.
Well,
Are you flexible?
I think that's something that people have to learn to do, is adjust in the relationship. Because you're not the same person you were 5 years ago. And if you go through that every 5 years or so, you're not the same person over time. So you learn to adjust in the relationship. Most people don't adjust in the relationships. That's why the relationship stop. I'm not going to be the same 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm not going to be the same, obviously she's not going to be the same. So if I don't learn to recalibrate and adjust even through the trouble, because that's what happens. People change and the other person don't update right away.
Like your laptop.
Right. Like that baby takes a minute. It's got to reboot and reconnect, cut off, cut back on. So you see what I'm saying? So now you got to give it a second. The problem is when that adjustment period happens or that change happens in a relationship for in either individual, the other person you have to give that person time to update. And you have to communicate that you're changing.
But what if?
Okay, so here we go. All right.
Just a hypothetical.
Yeah, go ahead.
I understand what you're saying, but what if the person that has changed and is in regards of growth right here,
right?
And you said the other person needs to update,
right?
But they don't see it.
Okay,
they don't get it.
Right.
So now your update's got a firmware virus or something.
All right, right. So here's where the communication has to come in. So you have to communicate it. All right, I've changed. Here's my changes. These are the things that I want.
Yeah.
These are the things I didn't want these before 10, 20 years ago. I didn't want this. I do now. These are my changes. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want.
Yeah.
You have to give that other person time because now I told you, now you have a choice to make. You get to choose whether I want to update or not update.
And that goes back to your original thing. It's a choice.
It's a choice. I ain't never come off that.
So
I never came off that.
So, like, some people have a mentality to where, like, I don't need to change.
Good.
You do. It ain't me.
It ain't me.
It's y'all.
It's y'all.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's where you want to be. You have to. Yeah. If you have to.
You slick.
Yeah.
You slick.
If you have to be that, then
That sound familiar, Alan?
Then you have to deal with that consequence. People got to understand that if that's the way you're going to be about it, then you have to deal with the consequence of you being that because now you're telling the other person, you're not going to change. I'm not going to update. I'm not going to make a maneuver. I'm not going to adjust. Good. I have to make a decision now. I have to make a decision. Do I still want to tolerate that? Do I have to deal with your unwillingness to change? Do I want to keep dealing with your stubbornness not to grow, maneuver, or change?
Yeah.
Okay, so now I get to make my choice. I didn't make a choice now, so let's keep it to where most people want to take it is sex. I don't want to adjust in the sexual need or lack of need, whatever. The other partner doesn't want to update. I have to make a choice. I see that. Do I want to continue that? Or like most people, somebody else will do it for free. It's a choice. It don't go much further than that. Then you get to make a decision on how you want to navigate. Do I want to deal with this or don't I want to deal with this? How do I want to deal with this? Okay, so in which we'll deal with this in another, but I'm going to throw it out here. For women, attention is like that sex thing for men. So if you're not giving your woman attention, guess what? She getting it from somewhere else. Whether it be at the job, whether it be from a friend, whether it be from a coworker or another girlfriend.
A work husband?
Attention, but it's attention. Social media, all that stuff, it's attention for them. So how does that correlate for me? Okay, I'm not getting what I want from this. I'm not getting what I need. So I'm getting it from somewhere else. Because for some people, they don't need that. And for a lot of people that say, I would never cheat, I don't cheat. All right, you have one discipline to focus and made a choice, fine. But some people don't have the same drive or need. Some people need it twice a day. Some people need it once a month. Your drive dictates that.
I get that. So like Ty and Orion were talking about.
Say, what would make a man cheat? Well, there's a whole lot of factors that might go into that.
Everybody has different needs, man.
Everybody has different needs.
I don't know. I guess my thing is if your mind and your heart are trying to lead you to cheat, then why not just leave?
Right, but again,
then you ain't cheating. Just be out here single and be out here,
right,
with the rounds of applause. You'd be good.
With the rounds of applause.
Or like, I know a couple
CDC.
people that they pay for it.
So go to defining cheating then, because again, for everybody,
it's different.
It's different.
There's
because
levels to
what you consider cheating is okay. Talking to your boyfriend, your best friend, and he's the opposite sex or whatever, however you want to put it, is that cheating? For some people,
Taking to
All
your
right.
male best friend.
yeah.
is
All right,
cheating?
so let's say, yeah.
What's the
And for
conversation?
some people, that's a
okay.
boundary.
All right. Oh, okay, I got you.
Because that's a boundary.
Gotcha.
It has to do with the line.
Your level of comfortability.
Your level, right?
of your
Because
spouse's
are you
comfortability.
comfortable with your spouse or whoever you're with talking to somebody else that they are attracted to? Because that has to play in it. You ain't bothered when they talking to the ugly dude on the phone. Why you ain't bothered by that?
Because you assume.
Right. so right. So what if they tell you, I'm attracted to this person? Can I talk to this person on the phone? All right, you see what I'm saying? But then,
I got questions.
All right,
First of
so
all,
go ahead.
like, you coming to me asking questions about somebody being attractive, and you ain't talking about me. We got a problem.
right.
They can be attractive, but why would you say that to your spouse?
But they're trying to communicate to you. They're trying to tell you. Okay,
All right, fine.
is the level of
Okay.
communication that comfortable?
Okay. So
Right.
so just keep that same energy, player.
All right.
Oh, no.
Keep that same energy, player.
see.
Don't get mad when I'm out here talking to
No, but
Becky with the good hair.
Is that cheating though?
Is it cheating? But if the person's not comfortable with it, I don't know. It's not
So
cheating.
then they gotta make. So
It's-
they
it's
have to
not
make a
cheating.
choice.
To me, that's
No.
not cheating. It's not cheating.
All right, so they have to make a choice to.
But the
This
conversation,
is my boundary in this relationship.
the conversation though. What type of conversation we having with this
I'm just
person?
talking about work.
Okay.
Just talking about work.
Okay. That's it.
That's it. Ain't no,
You
ain't
sure?
going past that.
You sure?
I don't know. That's
What
what,
you
they
mean you
told
don't
me.
know?
That's all
I
got.
guess they just talking about work then.
That's all I got. So
What do y'all have to talk about work after hours?
work all the time.
It's
It's a list
And
of
especially
to do.
depending on what
Depending
you're
on
in.
If
If
you
you
work,
work-
it depends, right? It depends
yeah.
what field you in,
Right,
what
depending on
work
what
you
field
do.
you in.
You working at McDonald's, bro. You don't
No,
need to be having
man,
no
it don't
conversation.
matter. With them
Well,
burgers got to get flipped every 10 minutes, and
if
if
you-
I ain't there to do it, you better be doing it.
If you would, but man, that
Yeah, you tried.
man,
You tried, bro. You tried it.
No, generally speaking, it's gonna be people that work.
If you in corporate and stuff like that, I understand. Like the
'Cause that-
conversation
yeah.
has to be made
'Cause-
after work because things and goals need to be achieved.
So that's just
No, that's all right. We're good. We can wrap this thing up.
Yeah, man, do a part 2 right now. I think we got to keep because we got to deal with
Deal with what?
their levels of cheating.
Okay.
It's because everybody's definition of cheating to me is different.
You know what, listeners? I would like to know what y'all would consider to be cheating. As we all know, there's different levels. There's different levels to this.
Mm-hmm.
So, what for you? What would make you feel as if that person cheating? Is it having a conversation with the opposite sex? I'm just generally talking, but then there's levels of, okay, we talking about some things we ain't supposed to be talking about. And then you got the little touchy-feely, the hugs. People want to be all touchy-feely and hug and all the other stuff. And it can get a little out of hand because some men like to, do the little slide, the side titty grab when they do the
Side titty
underhood.
grab?
What?
The underhood.
What's the side to the
Man, I know some fellas out here that's just sick with it, man. They got a science to it, bro. When I heard that, I was like, all right, bet.
well. See, and we since we're gonna do a part 2, that those are times when you have to rely on your partner's judgment.
That's where it comes down to the trust.
You gotta
No, man.
because
Part
if you
two.
wasn't,
Part two.
because here's the problem.
No,
Part 2. That's
All right, man.
agree with that.
We'll be back in a second, man. We back. You know what I'm
Part
talking
two.
about? Yeah, we'll be back.
that ain't right. How you gonna trust they? All right, okay.